Hello my friends and welcome to episode 16 of the Wanderer of Football Manager 2018 Journeyman. Let's play. Today we are taking on Heart of Midlothian, also known as Hearts, in the Betfred Cup. We'll go through all that in a minute. But I decided, it's going to maybe be time that we look to start moving on in our save from Forfar. I've loved it at Forfar, do not get me wrong, but the fact that we didn't get promoted I feel is a big holdback for us. So I decided let's be picky, pick out jobs that I'm probably not going to get, but might be appreciative. So we've applied for this job. This is Lytek Lovchik. If I get it, I will learn how to pronounce it properly. They play in the Bulgarian First Division, which I believe is the top league. It is the 32nd best league in Europe, surrounded by clubs like CSK, Sofia, who applied for previously, Ludogorets, teams that are maybe not well known, but known. Their job is, I can't read the job ad because I've applied for the job, unfortunately. I didn't actually read that, I just was like, top division, that appeals to me. So we've applied for this job, let's see how we get on. We're going to go and do the interview together. I'm fairly adept at learning new languages. Could step up and manage a bigger team. That is not true. The atmosphere isn't great right now, but I've just brought in a whole lot of people. So I will just promise to give them a happy atmosphere. Unless by players are playing, there's no issue with the players. I will show you. All the issues with the players is down to the fact that I brought in so many players. Feel that's been acceptable. I will promise about the gesture atmosphere again. I will promise again. What more do you want? So I don't want to propose any changes. No philosophies. Let's move on. 450k. Jesus, I never thought I'd see that kind of money yet. Realistic. Happy. Wage budget is a bit small, but still a big improvement. I'd be happy. No request to propose. So we've applied for the Lytek Lovech job, and I will go through all that just now. So as you can see, dressing room atmosphere has gone down. Actually, to be fair, even since yesterday that's gone down when I last checked it, which was literally the day before game day. Still got all the player support. Please don't look at all the new players. Training, let's have a look at unhappy. So overall happiness, content, slightly happy, content. So as you can see, all the players are happy. It's all down to the fact that the social groups haven't really formed, and we've ended up with multiple social groups. But that'll come in time. So let's go to transfers. Go to transfer history now. We have spent money. As you see, we spent 22k. Sold James Yates to Lithgow Rose. Michael Kennedy going to Ray for 5k. That's a pretty good deal for us. Let's have a look at release players as well. So Simon Ferry's out, Grant Adams out, Michael Travis, Jordan Allen. Jordan Allen now playing for Dumbarton. Jack Whitaker's out, Robbie Crawford's out, Joe Johnson, Michael Aitken, Blair Malcolm, Michael White and Stephen Bell all released. So let's have a look at all transfers. So on the end we brought in Aaron Dunsmore from East Fife as well as Chris Renton from East Fife. Aaron Dunsmore's a right back. Chris Renton is a very sort of strong, okay at passing, a bit braver, more aggressive version of Gary Wood. I'm hoping that despite the fact he's only 5'10", he can do a bit of job there, but he does have 14 jumping reach. Lewis Allen will be back up to him. He's slightly taller, but he got less jumping reach. He's got more potential though. I think backup is exactly where he's at. We've brought in Alex Petkov from Hearts. His contract was actually expired, but they'd offered him a new deal and he didn't leave. He's a decent centre back, 6'1", all in jumping reach, decent pace, which allows me to have my defence higher up, which I like. Okay in tackling and position, but more of an aerial defender. Jordan Critchley rejoins us on loan. We know all about him from last season, don't really need to show you too much, but what we will do is actually get him working on jumping reach, because that would make sense. Liam Burt also followed him on loan from Rangers. Attacking playmaker. My staff think he's going to be a backup. I actually think he's good enough to knock Easton out of the team. We'll see how that goes over the season. 6 passing does worry me though, and I am training on that. Mark Hurst comes in. He was at Cowdenbeath previously. He's a backup goalkeeper. Very, very good for a backup goalkeeper. Probably better than what Grant Adam was actually. And my staff absolutely raved about this guy. Brian Morton comes in from Queen's Park. Going to be a backup centre-back, to be honest. More because I was panicking that I didn't have a backup centre-back that was ready for this league. So I ended up getting him. You know, stat-wise, he's not brilliant. He's good at a lot of things, but I can see him being pushed further forward at some point. But he'll do a job. We've got Ryan Armstrong on loan from Celtic. He's going to be a holding midfielder as a deep line playmaker. You see, he's got a lot of the stats for that. Again, he was a sort of panic signing. To be honest, one of the things I set out was I need a central defensive midfielder to replace Mike Miller, because my staff don't rate him. Mike Miller is good enough for this level, and to be honest, I see why. I mean, he is good, but he's maybe not that good. But then we brought in Grant Gallagher, who will also deal with this role. He will be on a deep line playmaker role as well, but he's got that 18 work rate, which isn't a key stat for this role. It's something I really, really like. And Michael Mullen also coming in from, where did he come in from? Albion Rovers. Very, very good physical defender. Going to be in a sort of rivalry with McKellar to get into the team, I think. I think that's going to be a close battle. I'm not sure who's going to win that. But we'll see how it goes throughout the season. So that's all the sign-ins. We did bring one staff member in. I asked the board to allow us to have another staff member. They said yes, so we've got a dedicated fitness coach in Graham McLean. It's his first role in football. Happy to do that, but that now means we've got a dedicated fitness coach, dedicated goalkeeping coach, and me and the rest of the staff can focus everywhere else. So I think we're in fairly good shape. As you can see, if we look at our staff, we're pretty much the best across the board. Man management, maybe a bit low. Judging player potential, a bit low. Sports scientist and data analyst is something that we don't have, so we're not allowed to have. The board aren't going to budge on that anytime soon, so I'm fairly okay with them not being the best in the league. Anyway, I'm going to skip ahead to the Hearts game, and I will actually meet you pitchside because there's a few hours to go ahead yet. So see you pitchside. So I know what you're going to say. This is not pitchside. I forgot to do the results, so I decided to come through it. Played a load of friendlies, as you can see. Actually, even at the end of last season, there was a couple, Annan and Chameleon. We won both of them. And then we beat East Stirlingshire, Montrose, lost to Leeds, Burnley, Rangers, Celtic before beating Dundee Violet just before the Betfred Cup. Drew 2-2 against Inverness Cali. They're the team a league above us, so that was quite good. Jordan Crouchley getting 2 goals there to knock out Roy McAllister's 2 goals. Losing on penalties, unfortunately. Understandable, really. We don't have any major penalty takers in the team. We then had an absolute shocker as Conor McBride beat us 4-0. Conor McBride scored all the goals. Pretty much the only player that turned up in the entire game. Absolutely horrible defensively. Number of players got fined for this performance. Chris O'Neill and Callum Waters, again, as you can see, struggling. They always seem to struggle when we have a bad game. They seem to be the two guys that always have a bad game. And then we beat Cove Rangers 2-1. Cal McFadden and Lewis Allen on the score sheet there. Cantona a Ross Cameron opener. So today we play Hearts. We can't do as well as what we did last year. We're in Group F. So as you see, we're 4 points. And I'm not really sure how best we can go about this. Most points we can end up on is 7. So I'm not expecting to get out of this group. But I feel Hearts is still the right game to do for this Betfred Cup episode. Why have I got Josh McInnes in the team still? We want Grant Gallagher in there. And I'm actually going to bring in Callum Waters because I'm forgetting about him as well. So let's get into the game. Apologies for not showing you the schedule quicker, but at least I remembered this episode because that would have been embarrassing. So we are huge underdogs and we have faith in every single one of you guys. So let's see how that develops the team. And we're going to change the tactics because I want to adjust. As you see, I'm now playing a much higher defensive line and an offside trap, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to pump the ball into the box, much more direct passing, counter-attacking football against Hearts, who are so far ahead of us in terms of leagues. but they're also at the top end of the SPL from memory as well. And the fact that Petkov couldn't even get near their team maybe highlights, and now the fact that he's one of our best players maybe highlights the difference of the two leagues. So, how's this going to work? I have no idea. We're playing counter-attacking football. Hopefully we can maybe nick something from it as Liam Burt comes forward. He's got to play that pass at some point today. Oh, Crouchley's went to beat the offside trap and being done. Mark Oxley, former Hibs goalkeeper, in the Hearts net. That's interesting. O'Neill heads it down to Connor Murray. Played in, but only finds a maroon shirt. It's a launch ball forward. Oh, and it's a brilliant takedown, and Mark McCallum doesn't even attempt to save it. I missed out on a number of my transfer targets as well for this year. I had a lot of transfer targets. Unfortunately, it seems like I was aiming in the wrong market because every single one of the signings that I missed out on went either to, oh my god, that's horrible defending from us there. It either went to the Championship or in some cases the SPL. So I was very much in the wrong market looking for players, and that's really affected us. That said, I'm still happy with the players we've brought in. We can get that dressing room atmosphere sorted out. This team should be capable of winning the league, although I'm not convinced that we can do that because this Queen of the South team that's came down sold a couple of players for big bucks in relative to this league. And as a direct result of that, they've reinvested that, signing some quality players that I don't think we'd be able to attract. Oh my. An own goal for Mark McCallum there. That's disappointing. Still at 6.6 though. Callum Waters throws it into Jordan Crouchley. Put it into Connor Murray. Oh, it's a good save from Oxley, but only into the far post. But still a better effort of a save than Mark McCallum's on the 3 goals that we have conceded. But, you know, this was always a game about just seeing what we can do and how we can proceed forward. Now we're expected to compete with Hearts as Todrov always absolutely done his man there. McDonald. Oh, that's another own goal. That is not ideal. 2 own goals against a team 2 divisions above us. Headed away. Crouchley to Burt. Back to Jordan Crouchley. Chris Renton. And he find a pass. Does find Gallagher. Gallagher and Connor Murray. Oh, he can't quite find Liam Burt there. Oxley launches clear. Gallagher picks up. McFadden. Renton. Jordan Crouchley. It's a decent effort from the on loan Rangers man. But I need to pick these players up somehow because this is not ideal. They're not playing bad, you know. Burt's maybe having a bit of a bad game. Waters maybe having a bit of a bad game. But they're both in competitive positions. In terms of Callum Waters, I really don't know what to say about him. I like the kid. I think he's got the stats, but he just doesn't really do it in games, unfortunately. And I think I prefer Scott Gray for that reason. So I might be bringing Scott Gray back into the team and looking to sell Waters and bringing in another left back longer term. Should we not move on? Gallagher. Oh, I can't find Chris Renton as the defender reads it. Todorov. Oh, McKellar, you've got to be reading that better. Ewan Henderson. Whipped in. Todorov there. Nobody attacking the ball in blue. So frustrated with this game. I feel since this patch, my tactics have just gone from being good, usable, to being god awful. It's really, and given the fact that I sucked before the patch, really doesn't help that feeling. You know, until I got this tactic, I was struggling, and then to almost be killed outright is frustrating. We're losing 5-1 to Hearts. That's not a shambles by any stretch of the imagination. You know, we weren't expecting anything from this game, and 2 of those goals are own goals. But I just feel like, I don't know, my players don't feel as good or as capable as they were previously. Brady plays it back to Callum Waters. That's a decent ball in. Chris Renton picks up, comes to Dylan Easton, and that's in the back of the net to make it 5-2. Off the bench, Dylan Easton scoring there. It's a good ball in from Callum Waters, bringing his rating back up. Any last changes that we can make? Going to bring off McFadden for Bapty. Then I did really want to sell Bapty, there was no bites, and to be honest, it is actually quite handy to have on the bench, covering a couple of positions at left back and left wing. But other than that, it's not ideal. Todorov. In fact, Hearts have actually played so defensive as well in this game. My scouts predicting that we play attacking is, oh, it's off the post as the goalkeeper fumbles again. Morrison. Mark McCallum catches that one. I mean, in fairness, we've matched them for shots on target. We've just not taken them. It's Chris Renton's in, and it's Connor Murray again, 5-3. And the 2 own goals are now the difference between the two teams. I'm fist bumping that goal because I'm happy, but at the end of the day, it's not going to change anything. We're still probably going to finish 4th in this group because by the looks of it, Dumbarton have still got to play. We've got a friendly between now and the start of the league season. Brady to Chris Renton. Chris O'Neill. Gallagher. Easton. Oh, it's a robust challenge. Nowhere near the ball, but apparently not a foul. And full time. We matched them for shots on target. We actually had more shots. Just not as clinical. And unfortunately, the 2 own goals we scored cost us badly. Another horror show on the fullback positions from both our fullbacks. Callum Waters got his rating up again because of an assist, but in reality, pretty poor from the fullbacks again. And I'm not really sure what more to say on that. So we will be back for Airdrie, where we left off last season, as our first game of Forfar. That's on the basis that we do not move between now and then. If we do, our next game will be the first game with that new club. Let me know what you think about me applying for jobs. Let me know what you think about the type of clubs that I'm applying for. I'm trying to go a step up, particularly on league reputation, to really start boosting our reputation now. Because in reality, if we're down here in the Ladbrokes League 1, we're going to be in the 94th best league. It's really not going to get our reputation up any way whatsoever. In fact, we're just above, I think, the Dutch 3rd division and the French 3rd division. So it's getting up this leagues that I really want to do, so we can boost this reputation here and here. As you can see, we're only at 20%. While we're here, we might as well have a quick look at my stats before we go. Anyway, guys, if you want to have a look at my stats, press pause, and I scroll down so you can see all the stats, so you can pause twice. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.